Eileen. I lead the HR team at SRAM and really happy to have Pedal Kids here. I'm really excited for the event today.
So we started talking to Eileen about bringing some bicycle activity to her team so we could help families who work for SRAM empower their bicycle lifestyle by getting their kids on bikes and taking their bike journey to the next level. But I'm kind of curious, like, why does this matter to you as somebody who works in HR and thinks about, you know, team member wellness and family wellness?
SRAM is really committed to wellness for our team members. It's something we aspire to be world class at. So having events like this where at a young age we're bringing families together and getting them involved in an activity that's good for them. When I heard about this program, it was a perfect fit for that. There's a lot of distractions and a lot of people competing for kids' attention these days. And so having kids at a young age get exposed to the skills and learning the joy of a bicycle is super important to us.
And what are you hearing on the ground, working in HR, from your team members who are parents?
A lot of balls in the air with me, my kind of characterization of parents. And they want their kids to be healthy, and they think about activities that they can do as a family. It's keeping parents kind of knowing how to kind of, you know, groom that love of bicycles and find ways as a family to go out and exercise together. Just making sure that they're feeling supported, making good decisions, finding ways to create it, make it really easy for them to make good decisions is really, I think, the trend in HR is to think about really wellness from the broadest perspective possible.
Yeah, I love that. Make it easy for them to make the right decisions. That's great. Well, that's what we're trying to do with Pedal Kids. We're trying to make it easy for families to make the right decision to get their kids on bikes. It's not always easy. There's not always a lot of information and knowledge out there on how to create that bicycle journey for families collectively. So these events are really important to do that so that families have exposure to the knowledge, to the education, to the joy, to the stoke, to the fun, to the passion of biking. We're here in Chicago working with SRAM. Can't wait to have the kids come in, and
Yay.
Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really love it.
Yeah, I think something that I found really fascinating about Pedal Kids when we were introduced to the concept was some of the statistics that you guys cite around the decline in youth cycling. So I was really excited to work with a company that really seems to have a targeted mission toward addressing the root causes of that decline. And I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, I think we were looking for a day where we would be able to bring in different age groups of children, have them get on the bikes, get some targeted coaching, but also arm the parents and arm people in their lives who could continue that coaching and sustain maybe their love of cycling, leaving the clinics. We pretty much knew going into this it was going to be a fun day. Anytime you get kids on bikes, there's going to be some really fun things going on. And having watched the day unfold and see the kids grow in confidence throughout the day, I think it met and exceeded our expectations. And for me, one of the real moments was we had one shy kid who wasn't really sure he really wanted to ride his bike in this environment. And I think the care and the way the coaches approached him and helped him kind of get over his fears, and by the end, watching him zoom around the track was really fulfilling. So it was fun. It was fun, and it hit all the marks in terms of what we expected.
I kind of went into it with very open expectations because, you know, don't have young kids myself. It's been a long time since I learned to ride a bike. And so, yeah, I was just really curious about how much could be achieved in the amount of time. You know, taking some of these kids, were coming in at very different entry-level abilities. I knew that we were going to have kids who, you know, at the highest end, you know, were already racing junior cyclocross. And, you know, at the lowest end, maybe had not even had the confidence to try training wheels yet. And so, yeah, I really had no idea kind of how that was all going to work. So it was remarkable to see the balance of kind of letting kids do their own thing and encouraging them. And then a lot of individual work with some kids, but like no one was ever left out or on the sidelines. Somehow the coaches managed to give every single kid the right amount of individual attention to help them, progress them, challenge them. That was really fascinating to me. The impression I have was of very well controlled chaos. So like absolutely it was fun. I think like that is something to like everyone's having fun. The coaches have amazing energy. But it also was like as a volunteer, it was very hands off for me. Like you guys set everything up, had everything really well planned out, laid out the space and had that plan for how to use it that just really clicked. We were very welcoming to parents, and it was just like the amount of energy and fun never dropped, and yet everything still ran very smoothly. So I would say very controlled, very chaos, both at once. It was wonderful.
Yeah, Rachel, you're exactly right. I think you can be deceived. Like it's a simple exercise, right? Like there's not a ton of stuff that goes into setting this up, but the intentionality that your team brings to this, like you really know what you're doing, you know what you're trying to accomplish. And so the ease of setup and all of that, I think is really has been designed into the program. So it was not at all a burden on us. I would actually say like I didn't want to leave. I would have preferred to spend my day watching the coaches work, and I had to go back to my day jobs.
Yeah, I actually had one of the parents come up to me at work and specifically say, "Hey, I want to find a way to tell other SRAMmies about how great this experience was." So it was really impactful. I think just seeing how different, how much experience and education was packed into that, and how empowered those kids were, how different they were from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Like you could tell this was something that they were going to remember and build on.
Yeah, so we're really deliberate on incentivizing, wellness activities, proactively taking care of yourself. The bike is a big part of that, obviously. And so we actually give people points when they do some of these activities. So from a wellness program perspective, people got to, help their kids get out of the office, get, also, learn some coaching skills and deliver on some wellness points. So it's very much in along the lines of us, using the bike as a key component of our wellness activity, but also just being out, being active with your kids, having fun, and all of that. So it it definitely it is something that we're now figuring out how can we replicate it. The weather is warming up, and we have other sites here in the U.S. And so we have for example, a manufacturing facility in Indy where we might not have as many children of our team members there that have bicycles. And so we're trying to figure out how we can continue this model and bring it to more kids within the SRAM family.
From my perspective too, because I do oversee our safety programs as well. I would say even I think this is our sort of safety philosophy is safe at work, safe at home. And we try to do a lot of outreach to our team members about, just how that safety mindset can come to their home activities as well. So I thought it's also really beneficial to encourage families to like look at these skills, building these fundamental skills as part of their health and their safety and their wellness with their families at home, and their how they bring bike riding into their families at home.
Yeah, it was high fives all around. Everybody was really happy. We have a lot of adults that ride bikes, but sometimes those adults aren't maybe the best coaches for young ones. And so I think this gave them some more tools in their toolbox too, for some of the parents who came with their kid and kind of watched the coaching. I think it's going to have impact far beyond just the day we spent. Yeah, we were thrilled at the reactions from the kids, watching the kids on the bikes, hearing from the parents. I bumped into a parent after the clinic. I'd run out to grab a snack, and I saw her, and I asked, what did she think of it? And she was raving, and she said, if you do it again, let me know. And then we heard directly from some of our parents who had children in the event, and they all talked about how empowered the kids felt, how they wanted to ride their bikes the next day. And again, we did ours in January in Chicago. not exactly prime cycling weather, but the confidence and, you know, stoking the passion for bikes was two of our driving motivations. And I think we absolutely delivered on those two metrics, and a ton of fun was had by all.
Louder every time.
Louder every time, okay?
Start with a whisper.
The whisper to go. No lows. No lows.
Go to your grown-ups and hey, you guys grab